Take a deep breath and allow yourself to relax, feeling safe, feeling comfortable. Gently take a breath in. Hold it for a moment and release. Invite your body to relax. Invite your mind to focus upon your heart center, the center of spirit, the essence of the I Am within. Begin to release thoughts of the world around and become still, focusing on your heart, gently breathing, slipping easily, lovingly into the infinite possibilities of mind, transcending all concerns and moving into new realms of thought, new feelings, a place of deep knowing, relaxing into a knowing, relaxing into a knowing. Join me now in the awareness of the I Am. Join with me in the consciousness of the One. I will continue in the first person, remembering oneness. I am a divine blessing. I am connected to the source of greatness, of all power. I still the chatter in my mind, breathing and releasing the whirling thoughts, elevating my awareness to the spirit within. My spirit self is my divine guidance. I feel a loving sense. I feel this familiar state of being right now. I am connected to my divine nature. I know I am a blessing. I feel this blessing rising up in my awareness. I feel my senses awaken and heighten. I move myself into a place and space where reality meets with the edge of truth, transcending the world as I perceive it. Moving into the divine I as I breathe in all life's forces. I feel alive with all the life-giving forces which I am made of. Letting myself go even further now, breathing into my ever-increasing awareness of my divine connection. Sensing a new, fresh rise of powerful, universal, divine power. One with spirit, I am one with universal energy. I am empowered. I am guided. I feel the life-giving force of love coursing throughout me and around me. I feel it gently assisting, gently guiding. I am an energetic expression of love. I feel an energy rise from the base of my feet toward the crown of my head. I envision a divine golden stream of light, bathing and filling my entire body. I see it cascading out and around me. I feel bliss, ease, and a new awareness. I sense the sparking of wondrous openings above the crown of my head. Blissfully peaceful, I feel the waves of fresh energy filled with potential. My energy moves upward to meet with this divine guidance. Up, moving out from the top of my head, where I sense a violet color, a purple hue, swirling, expanding, a shimmering light, oscillating. This is divine light. I notice above my head a ray of light, beaming now from the top of my head, filling my awareness with the magnificent, universal divine energy. I feel the direct connection. I know this is my divine pathway, my personal portal for communications. I easily raise my vibration as I repeat this in my mind. I am raising my personal vibration. I am raising my personal vibration. I am raising my personal vibration. Aware of my universal divine source, I enter into this new vibrational state. Openly, I receive communication just for me. I know divinity is flowing through me and to me now. I feel the sense of protection. I feel the love. I feel the warmth of this loving, energetic field. This is the field of oneness. I feel it expanding now. I notice and connect with my unique energy. I feel myself flowing upon waves of love. I see all my concerns quietly disappearing into nothingness. I release. Divine awareness is taking me even higher with each breath, powerfully strengthening my senses, heightening my awareness to new information, elevated, ready to dive into realms of guidance, drawing closer and closer, higher and higher, new perceptions, my good. I am open to all forms of good. Communicating with me now, my good comes to me through different waves of energy, drawing me even closer, even higher, into this new state of awareness. My awareness moves out and across realms of communication. I am able to sense powerful, bountiful, heightened vibrations. Waves of light cascading in and around. I feel, see, hear. I am in the vastness of the divine, without time or space, perceiving infinity here and now. New depths of love surround me as the divine expands, unfolds. I feel the sense of majesty, a sense of the vastness of the universe. I sit in awe, witnessing rays and waves of light, colored fields extending out and away from me in all directions. I am resonating very high now as I feel myself dance in this field of love, swaying and dancing, mixing with this divine source energy. I feel myself opening to new tones and subtle frequencies, and any external sounds all assisting me, moving my attention towards my divine guidance. I feel it. I sense my new energy rise even higher now as I tap into divinity. I sense this healing, protective light source, expanding beyond perceptions, beyond matter, beyond a time existing in this plane of higher frequency. I've entered into a new realm now, and I relax here for a few moments. In this new space, observing sounds, colors, a sense of the presence of others, those who are here to guide me, to love me. Now calmly allowing any and all guidance to be communicated, I open to the direct wave of clear communications. It may be from one or more living sources who come around me in a loving, protective way. I am ready to receive and process messages through pictures, words, or other expressions. I tap in now. I am here and allow my awareness to be filled with all I need in my life right now. I take a few moments to receive. I take a deep breath now, filled, content, open. I bring my focus back to my breath. Now, one with the frequency of love, I continue to vibrate at a heightened awareness. I am connected to all. I am, and continue to receive, process, and perceive the world through new perceptions of the goodness. I am powerful and able to commune with my higher self and all who mean well through the universal intelligence. Divine Source is infinitely available, because I am one with it. And every time I heighten my awareness, as I have done, I am divinely inspired. I am a light. I am one with Source. I am alive and a powerful, magnificent being. I navigate my world with a greater sense of peace. And as peace, I move with greater ease and greater understanding. I am able to see how life is always supporting me. My new openness and trust enable this new reality. This powerful moment brings new potential, new perceptions, new awareness. Grateful and blessed, I move towards perceiving my physical body now, bringing my attention to my body, to this room, knowing I am always very much connected, noticing the top of my head, once more witnessing my divine connection. I feel stronger, healthier. I have a deep, deep knowing. I feel a compassion for myself. It is growing stronger as I move ahead with a fuller heart. Feeling the trust within myself, noticing each heartbeat. Love is magnified now. Confidently, I am able to continue my day. Feeling great, with a new sense of guidance, inner guidance, more awareness. All is well. Please join with me in affirming, and so it is.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Lots of animation here, but not of the two-legged kind. Have some four-legged animals in here today. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Hamilton. Welcome to everybody who's online with us today. We are happy that you're here, because without you, we'll feel a little sad. I'm Marcia Daly, and I'm your presenter for today. And I think we're all family, no newcomers. Welcome to see you again. Glad to see you again. Okay, so as you know, everything that we receive, 10% of it goes back out to bless. And we are blessing Unity Canada and Food for Kids this quarter. And the power for the month is power. It's one of the 12 Powers of Man by Charles Fillmore. The color is purple. And the affirmation is, and I'd like you to say it with me, I use power to release good into the world. I open the power channel. My thoughts and words vibrate with spiritual power. I have the power to create my world through self-mastery and the spirit within me. I am power. Thank you. And so we begin with our song of the month, Holy, Holy Way, written by Ricky Byers-Beckwith, and will be sung by Emilio.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall. Let me learn from all the ways I fall. Oh, let me know that love can heal us all. Let me know that love can heal us all. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me share the good that overflows. Let me share the good that overflows. Oh, let my stance rebuild the path of peace. Let my stance rebuild the path of peace. Oh, let me talk each day a little kinder. Let me talk each day a little kinder. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way. Let me live in a holy, holy way. I'll make it.
Holy, holy way. And I believe she's watching online. It's Gertie from Winnipeg, and when I was in Winnipeg, it was one of her favorite songs. And so every time we sing it, I think about Gertie, and I know that she's probably going to watch it at some point. So hi, Gertie. And so let's begin with opening prayer. Because really, as we focus in on our intention and who we really are, life just gets better and better. So join with me in the I am, knowing there is only one divine essence. It is everything seen and unseen. It is who I am and all my potentiality. It is the love that courses through every vein and artery in my body. It is the ideas in my mind. It is the beauty that I see around me. It is the laughter and the friendship and the safety that I feel when I'm surrounded by love. It is the remembering that I'm always surrounded by love, and that everything is exactly as it ought to be. And so with this knowing, I say thank you. I let go and I let it be so. Please join with me in affirming. And so it is.
You've done it before. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's where peace comes in. One step at a time. One step at a time. One step at a time. That's where peace comes in. One step at a time. One breath at a time. Breath at a time. One breath at a time. Breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. One breath at a time. That's where grace comes in. One breath, one breath, one breath at a time. Take one breath, one step, one breath, one step, one breath, one step, one breath, one step, one breath, one step. Just breathe. One breath, one step.
The absolute word, written by Paul Hasselbeck, the word for today is authenticity. And the affirmation is, I am free to be my true self. Today I may be called to fill many roles: parent, child, spouse, partner, friend, neighbor, co-worker, consumer, citizen. As I contemplate the unwavering power of infinite love, I understand that my true self, my authentic self, is divine. I know how to speak and act for the highest good of all concerned. In strife, my words and actions bring forth peace, reconciliation, and wholeness. In accord, my contribution is a magnet for joy, beauty, and abundance. Trusting my authentic self, I call upon the glory of my infinite potential to transform ordinary circumstances into magnificent possibilities.
All right, this is a new song for me, for us. If it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I seek the truth, let me seek the truth. If I'm lost in doubt, let me believe. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, if it's to be, whoa, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I'm tired and stressed, let me stop and rest. If I'm feeling hurt, let me forgive. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, you can sing it now. If it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If I dream of peace, let me live in peace. When I start from love, I am love. I know I can be the change I want to see. And if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, if it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me.
We have some people online who wanted to know what Randy looked like. Because I often refer to Randy. So I've also asked him to come out and just show himself. So depending on what he's got going on back there, he knows that he's due. And he said he was going to stand on the little X here. So we'll wait for him. Maybe we can tell stories about him. Randy, 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 Randy. So for all of you online that were wondering, what does he look like? There he is in full Technicolor. But yeah, we had to pre-plan that so the camera would be right and everything would be right. And, you know, there's a picture of him driving, and he's always whistling and singing along. Even when he didn't have a voice, his mouth was going anyways, you know, so he's such a happy dude. So today and all month, we're moving from good to great to grand. And we've been looking at values. And so a few of you have shared some of the values that came up for you. Anybody else want to share? Did you do the exercise? And did you come up with 2 key values? Nobody's saying anything. Well, yes?
I love organization.
Organization. Would you say that's number 1?
I would say, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So even if somebody were to ask you to do something, would that be the first thing that comes to mind? Like you wouldn't go if it wasn't organized and...
I think first is love for me.
Love. Okay. Cool. Yeah, someone else said contribution, I think. And I know that I said comfort. And so I like to say, if you're not sure, because there's a huge list of values, is to say to yourself, okay, I'm going to do something new that I've never done before. What's the first thing that comes up that's important for you? And that would certainly be one of your values. So anything you want to be or have only reinforces the idea that you are not that thing and don't have that thing. I want you to hear that again. If you're wanting something, you're reinforcing the idea of being stuck in wanting. You are not in the place of, I am open, receiving, experiencing, loving this thing, whatever it is. And so if you found yourself in the last little while valuing the idea of wanting or even don't wanting, then you're going to be stuck in that place. So I'd like to look at that today. So the key to a good life is not caring about more, it's caring about less, caring about only what is true and immediate and important. Because I know we live in a world that is bombarding us constantly with things to pay attention to. And we can be like the dog with the squirrel. I don't know if you've seen that, what was that show with the hot air balloon? It was a cartoon show. And all the dogs, every time someone said squirrel, all the dogs would turn and look. And we're up, yes, up, that was the one. And we're really like that, even on the internet. I mean, they have created algorithms on basically how to get our attention and how to keep our attention. And so all the more important to really know what you value and to keep that in the forefront. So I'd like to look at saying, I don't care, forget about it, to everything unimportant in life. So that can be a tough one, because if you've been accustomed to worrying about what everybody else is doing or not doing, what the news is saying, your helplessness in that, the concerns about tomorrow when right now is just perfect, to be able to focus on what's not important and say, I let that go, forget about it, I don't care. So being indifferent, and can you be indifferent, adversity and what role it plays, and then paying attention. So subtlety number 1, because we're looking at this subtle art of not caring. Some people might use the subtle art of not giving a darn, or maybe the word darn is something different. Not caring about it is not about being indifferent. It just means that you're comfortable with being different. Don't say forget it to everything in life, just to the unimportant things. And all the more reason to focus on it because we're so busy. And so how can you value your time? I know that we all get the same 24 hours in a day, and yet how is it that some people are able to have joy and time for meditation and time to exercise and time to do all of those self-care things, and others are just like way too busy? It's all about, are you focusing on the important things? So when someone says, I don't care whatsoever, they imagine a kind of perfect and serene indifference to everything, a calm that weathers all storms. But do you believe when someone says, I don't care whatsoever? Usually what that is saying is what? I really care. And you push me a little bit, and I'm going to show you how much I care. I remember being a teenager, and we'd go to the movies. Remember back when we didn't have to leave, we left our home to go to the movies? There were even drive-throughs or drive-ins or whatever. And someone would say, well, you know, what movie do you want to go see? And I knew exactly the one I wanted to go and see. But I'd say, I don't care, whatever. And then we'd go to something and it was like, yuck. Like, why? Or choice of a restaurant. Or anything. Why is it that we say, well, I don't care? Because we do. What's wrong with saying what you want? Indifferent people often actually care way too much, and they're afraid of the world and of the repercussions of their own choices. And isn't that the truth? I mean, I know when I say, oh, well, whatever, it's not whatever. It's just I don't want conflict right now, is probably what it is. So indifference is like hiding and distracting yourself from some unpleasant, uncomfortable thing demanding your time and energy. And life is always demanding. Even when you're alone by yourself, isn't there a voice in your head that goes, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, you should be doing this? And if not, yahoo, good for you, you have arrived. Wendy actually, she's in the front row here, she's our gal who types when you are online and want comments, and she comments back. She put something on Facebook about, I don't remember what it was, relaxing. Sometimes it's in her bed, sometimes it's in her lazy boy.
I'm not always a couch potato.
Oh, I'm
For
not
instance,
always,
right now, I'm a chair potato.
yes, I'm not always a couch potato. Right now, I'm a chair potato. And you know, how wonderful to be able to just say, like, this is me. This is what you get. You want anything else, it ain't gonna happen. So are you ready to choose to not care about adversity, about trouble, about difficulty, even suffering in the face of your own goals? And what I mean by that is, if you truly believe, and even if you don't, I believe it's happening anyway. If you truly believe that you live in a supportive, good universe, God, that is always looking after your best, then why do you get your knickers in a knot? That, I love that saying. By the way. It really displays how you feel, right? And I mean, there are times where my knickers do get in a knot about something. And then I think, okay, well, am I trusting or am I not? Who's actually in control here? Do I think I know better? And sometimes I think I know better. But then I find out pretty quickly that, maybe I ought to have waited. So are you ready to choose to not care about annoying and aggravating some people to do what you feel is right and important? Because that can be a tough one, you know? You know that somebody's not going to like that you're going to do something. I mean, we talked about teenagers and 3-year-olds and how they compare to each other. And that a 3-year-old is just practicing to be the teenager they're going to be. You know, they're showing their parents exactly what they have to expect when they become a teenager. And they are testing the boundaries of what they can do and can't do and how many buttons they can push at the same time, right? So can you not care about adversity or failure or embarrassing yourself or failing spectacularly? Our art classes started again. And you know, you can tell because we have a lot of the same people that come and we have some new people that come. And the behavior is always the same. And it is, depending on how stressed they are, depends on how easygoing they are with the art, which does its own thing anyway. And so those that have their knickers in a knot while they're painting, you know that they have stuff going on in their life and they can't control it. So they're trying to control the one thing they think they can. And that's the paint that will not be controlled. You know, I marvel at the people who create paintings that are so realistic. And I wonder what kind of a mind it takes to create that. Because they are so, so magnificent. They must be very free, I heard someone say. Or maybe they're not. And maybe that's why it takes 10 years for them to do that painting. You know, we do it in 2 hours and then we expect it to be something, and it's something different. So can you not care enough to just laugh and then do it anyway? Because you know it's right. And maybe you've had that experience this week. Or maybe it's coming up. So can you say forget it, not to everything in life, but rather forget it to everything unimportant in life? And I guess that's where I'm getting at, is when you're clear about what your values are, and you're really honest about what your values are, then you can forget everything else, including what someone else might try to get you to do, because you know what's important to you. So why not reserve your caring and attention for what truly matters? And, you know, it's friends, family, purpose, chocolate. Chips. Chocolate and chips is really good together. You may have an occasional lawsuit or two. And you have reserved your energy for only those big things, the important things. So I'm saying that you're going to have challenges in life. And you may have to have a lawsuit to draw the line in the sand. I mean, that may be the reality. And you're still spiritual. And it's still good. Sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. But it's to be able to say, you know what? I know clearly what's mine to do here. I know what's important to me. So let's look at adversity. This is subtlety number 2. To not care about adversity, you must first care about something more important than adversity. And that too is the value. So yeah, you might have a conflict. It's like speaking about the teenager. They want to do it no matter if they know that mom and dad is going to yell at them, because that's more important. So what have you got going on where it's more important than what somebody else thinks? Someone once said, don't worry about people judging you, because they are anyway. They do, because they've got nothing better to do. So this is from Eric Hoffer. A man is likely to mind his own business when it is worth minding. When it is not, he takes his mind off his own meaningless affairs by minding other people's business. The people who are constantly caring and worrying about everything don't have anything worthy to dedicate their caring to. And maybe it's not that they don't have anything worthy. They haven't taken the time to focus on it, to realize what it is. And so when you see somebody in a fit or having a situation, to be able to say, I wonder what's really going on with them, and how can I be loving and supportive at this time? Because normally, we show up exactly like they do. You know, you want to fight? Okay. Or not. So imagine an elderly person screaming at the cashier for not accepting her 30-cent coupon. Why does this person care so much? It's only 30 cents. And you can think of other examples. And maybe she doesn't have anything better to do or very little money. She's old and lonely. Her kids never visit. So she snips coupons. That's all she's got. It's all she can care about, because there is not much else to care about. And so, you know, seeing somebody having a hissy fit over something like a 30-cent thing, there is so much more going on there. And to be able to recognize that that is in fact what it is. I remember Randy's mother, before she passed, she was in the hospital with a broken hip that had to be repaired a couple of times because her bones were so brittle. And she was not really all that comfortable, as you can imagine. But she grew up at a time where you had to have a certain look about you when people that you didn't know came around. You had to be stoic and everything is fine. And she was in the hospital because she needed to be there. And the nurse and the doctor would come in and we'd be there because we were there a lot when she was in. And they'd say, "How are you doing, Viola?" "Oh, I'm fine." Put on the big smile. And as soon as they left the room, she would tell us everything that was going wrong and all the things she should have said to the doctor. She told us, and we would say to her, like, "How come you didn't tell them? Like, you know, why are you doing that?" And it all has to do with what they value. So for her, how she looked to strangers was more valuable than how she was feeling at the time. But she could be free with us. So when a cashier refuses to accept the coupon, Granny is going to erupt. And years of built-up caring will rain down all at once. Back in my day, and people used to show more respect. Like, you can just see it. So have you ever blown up? And then when you look back, you wonder, okay, well, what brought this on? I remember being at a trade show. It was the One of a Kind in Toronto. And it was one of the first ones we had ever been in. And they only let you, as a shower, a person that had a booth, would allow you to come in and out the back door, not the front door. But it was like 50 feet from the front door to where you could park your car, if you could do that, but they didn't want you to do that. And we were right by the front door. And so when everybody was packing up to leave, there was a guard at the front door who wasn't letting anybody go that way because it would have created congestion on the street outside. I understand that. But we were thinking, oh my gosh, we were exhausted. It had been 11 days of 10-hour days, and we just wanted to unpack and get everything in the car. And we had to go like a kilometer to where the car was. That's the size of the building, and unload. And so I'm exhausted, and I am just fit to be tied, knickers in a knot. And the security guard lets one man whose booth was next to ours through the door. Kind, loving, caring, compassionate Anne went up to him and used F words and said, "You are not letting him through." And he's looking at me. And I put up my dukes, like I literally put up my dukes. I said, "If you let him through, I'm punching you in the nose." And he's just looking at me going, "Okay." And inside of me is the other part of me, the other voice in me that says, "What the hell are you doing?" But you know, I value integrity, and you told us we can't do that. So why are you doing it for them and not for me? And how come I'm not as important as them? And you know, like all of my values came up. Not in a good way, but they did. And so have you blown up? Because it's your values that are showing up. So if you find yourself consistently caring way too much about trivial things that bother you, like your wrinkles, for instance, or how quickly the batteries die in the TV remote, or missing out on yet another sale, 2 for 1 of what, hand sanitizer maybe? Chances are you've been wasting your energy on trivial things, and that your real problem is not the wrinkles. It's that you've bumped up against your values, or you have tried to avoid your values. And sometimes it's that. So in life, your caring energy will be spent on something. And there is really no such thing as not caring. I mean, you can say, "I don't care." But you do. And I know if you said it, I know you really do. So the question is simply, how are you spending your caring? I mean, life is short. Why not care about the important things? So if you had to say one word for something you care about right now, what would it be? Anybody? Gracie? Her little dog? Grandchildren? Anybody else? Compassion. Babies. Yes, grandbabies. Yes, we have someone with 2 grandbabies expected soon. next couple of weeks. Ooh, it's exciting. So the point is, caring can be invested wisely, and it can be cultivated like a beautiful garden. It's a choice. And we talk about that our thoughts create our life, and our choices create our life. And the one thing you get to do is choose. So subtlety number 3. Whether you realize it or not, you are always choosing what to care about. The key to gradually pruning the things you care about, or to gradually prune the things that you care about, so that you only care about the most important of occasions. So it is spring. Pruning is a good thing. So when you're young, everything is new and exciting, and it seems to matter so much. Everything is so important. Therefore, you care a lot about all kinds of things, because you haven't decided yet what you truly value. Or you value things that are fleeting or superficial. I remember, God bless my mother, I was in high school, grade 9. It was when women wore pantyhose all the time. And I wore a pair of pantyhose, and back then pantyhose ran all the time. And I was wearing a mini skirt, and I got a run in my pantyhose. I called my mother, no cell phones, so I don't know where I went to find a phone in the high school, payphone maybe, office, and said, I can't stay. I can't go to class. She goes, what's the matter? I have a run in my stocking. She drove to school and brought me a new pair of pantyhose, because there was no darn way that I was coming home just because I had no pantyhose to wear. It didn't even occur to me to take the pantyhose off and just go naked. Like, you know, I would do that now. It's like, who cares? Or I'd have the run. But again, it's values, isn't it? So you care about what people are saying about you, or whether that cute boy or girl called you back or not, and whether your socks match or not, and what color your birthday balloon is. I mean, there are people who are older who still care about those things, and so it's to be compassionate enough to say, boy, they must have some stuff going on in their life that they need to put their focus on these trivial things. And to be compassionate with them, to recognize that there is something going on, and how can I support you? So as we get older and gain experience and begin to notice that most of these things have very little or lasting impact in our lives, then we change our values. We can roll with it. We take off our pantyhose. Those people's opinions we cared about so much before are long gone. I had a girlfriend who was in a car accident, and she hit her head on the windshield of a taxi. So there was actually a bubble in the glass. That's how hard she hit it. And I've told this story before, so just, bear with me. She loved beautiful lingerie, and she loved designer clothes. And so she always was wearing, not matched, but just because she loved beautiful things, she would wear these things. That day, she was wearing a pair of pantyhose, but she had cut the legs off because they had runs in them. And so the pantyhose were her underwear that day. Now, for somebody who values how she looks, she ended up in the hospital where she worked, by the way, and knew everybody, because she was the equipment rental person for all the TVs and stuff. And she woke up from her coma or whatever it was and went, oh my God, my mother always told me to be careful about what underwear I'm wearing. And she was wearing these cut-off pantyhose. So the gift I got her was a really nice pair of lacy pantyhose so she could have them while she was in the hospital. But, it's crazy the things that we do and how it can disrupt our lives. So embarrassing romantic rejections don't matter so much. Like back then, they did. And I'm sure if I were to see her today, she would say, sure, take a look. I have these nice cut-off pantyhose. You realize how little people pay attention to the superficial details about you. And you focus on doing more for yourself rather than for others. Yeah, and if you do notice it, good for you. It's maturity to only care about what's truly important. And I mean, I have to admit, sometimes I'm not very mature, but most of the time I am. That's what you get for caring and worrying when it wasn't your business, is a saying that someone says when you've gotten yourself all tied up in somebody else's problem and they're not going to do anything about it anyway. You know, and then you say, well, why did I invest all that time and energy when they don't care anyway? So are you more selective about what you care most about? Where are you in all of that? So here's some thoughts. Most life problems are really just side effects and not having anything more important to worry about. When a person has no problems, the mind automatically finds a way to invent some. Find something important and meaningful in your life is perhaps the most productive use of your time and energy. It's okay for things to suck some of the time. Practical enlightenment is the act of becoming comfortable with the idea that some suffering is always inevitable. You know, we can be spiritual and suffer sometimes. Don't hope for a life without problems. Hope for a life with good problems. Problems never stop. They merely get exchanged or upgraded. And what I mean by good problems is know that every problem is a good problem. It's a potential for you to change something, and maybe it's been your thinking. Happiness is found in solving problems, not avoiding them. Happiness is wanting the problems you have and wanting to solve them. Commitment offers the opportunity and experiences that would never otherwise be available to you. So have you been unwilling to commit to something? Because there's probably something really great there for you. That's why it's knocking at your consciousness. Commitment is one thing offers more freedom than anything else because it relieves you of all the second guessing about what else is out there. If there is no reason to do anything, if life is pointless, then there is also no reason to not do anything. For any change to happen in your life, you must accept that you were wrong about something you were doing before. The only way to be comfortable with death is to understand and see yourself as something bigger than yourself, and that who you are matters. Are you afraid of death? I'm more afraid of suffering. Make it quick, okay? It is in the choosing your values and living by them that makes you great, not any outcome or accomplishment. You know, that being goal-oriented, that was something really important to me at one time. And it still is. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't get things done. I have to create some goals. But it's not about the finishing of them, it's about the process. Now, pursuing something only reinforces that you lack it in the first place. So if you've been pursuing something, that's like the wanting it. And the opposite of that is if you constantly are stating what you don't want, what you don't like, what is uncomfortable, what's not happening, what are you doing but reinforcing it? Accepting your experience of life as being great and wonderful is the single greatest thing you can do for your happiness. So no matter what quirky, yucky, sticky, unusual, challenging things are going on, go yahoo! Yippee skippy! Somehow my good is unfolding here. So to recap, finding something important and meaningful in your life is the most productive use of your time and energy. Every life has problems, and finding meaning in your life gives you the energy needed to overcome the problems you face. The key to living a good life is not caring about more things, but rather caring only about the things that align with your personal values. And then just say, I don't give a darn about the other stuff. So we looked at being indifferent. We looked at adversity as a gift, a yahoo yippee skippy, an opportunity. And then paying attention to how you're responding to everything in life. So let's sing, I'm the place where God shows up, because that's the truth.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body, live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has. We are the place. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up.
And so, what's your takeaway? To be authentic, absolutely. Anyone else?
Skip the small stuff.
Skip the small stuff, absolutely, yes. So, my takeaway. Well, I didn't think this would be a takeaway, but I never thought the day would come I'd be listening to a discussion of underwear and hospitals together. I came to accept it's pretty universal especially our mothers tell us about what to wear when you're going out. And just out of curiosity, I once asked an emergency room nurse, if they care what people are wearing as underwear. Well, she told me two things either happen. They either judge or laugh, which didn't help me at all. So then I decided to, is that the delivery news?
That's God calling.
My son, maybe it is.
So my takeaway, as usual, I have three things. To say, forget it, only to the unimportant things. That's a different perspective. And you're always choosing what to care about, which is true, but I don't think we consciously think about it that way. and care only about the things that align with your values. I like that. Thank you. So let's turn our attention to conscious giving, where we get an opportunity to practice the law of circulation. And it can be, in this circumstance, financial giving, but also to extend it further into your lives, asking and forgiving, blessing and praising. So you can give right here in the sanctuary as the basket goes around, or you can send us an e-transfer to admin@unityspiritualcenter.com, or on the website. We have a donation button. So let's place our hand on our hearts and say together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all I receive.
I'm grateful to have learned the truth. I've listened to the words my heart has spoken. Divinely blessed and guided, I no longer search fulfillment from excuses with no purpose. I am free, free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change, to love and fold my destiny. I am free. I lift the veils that shadowed me. I see the love and beauty that abounds me. No longer cling to thoughts I thought protected me. I braved it all, and now I live with purpose. I am free, free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to change, to love and fold my destiny. I am free. I bless my past mistakes. Bless all the scars they made. I bless them all, the lessons learned. They brought me where I am today. I am free, free from all the shackles that surround me, free to choose to give my life new meaning, free to
I can feel that freedom. Know that we are here to pray with you. So if you do have something that you're struggling with, know that we are here to pray with you. Place it in our prayer box or send us an email, prayer@unityspiritualcenter.com. And if you're feeling heavy about someone else, pray for the highest and best, knowing that God is right where they are and guiding them, and that grace is right where they are. And let's say this prayer together. The light of God surrounds you. I am the light. The love of God enfolds you. I am the love. The power of God protects you. I am the power. The presence of God watches over you. I am the presence. Wherever you are, God is. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well. And we had somebody's phone going off. It was Bruce, who mentioned that he had 2 grandchildren coming into the world in the next 2 weeks. So was that an alert that one of them was born?
I don't know.
It could be. So we'll let you know next week.
Everything I need to know is right here. There's a power deep inside of me. I am being guided to the answers, and this truth has set me free. I am healed, I already know it. I am healed, it's already here. I am healed, glory, hallelujah. I am healed, I am healed, I am healed, I already know it. I am healed, it's already here. I am healed,
Well, I have to say, I value music, and I value you, and the wonderful choices in songs. And I value Reverend Randy behind the wall here, who is doing all his wonderful work. Yes. And all of you, and you online, and Marcia for being such a wonderful presider. Thank you, everyone. And for new babies coming into the world. She's in labor, he says. Yay! When we had Santa Day at Christmas time, Bruce brought in the ultrasound picture of the baby for Santa Day, and he had a picture taken with Santa with the ultrasound picture. It's like, talk about innovative and creative you are, you know? So remember, I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.